Ever heard a guitar sing? Not just strum or shred, but really sing. Like it's telling you a story you didn't even know you needed to hear? If you have, chances are you were listening to George Benson. But what you probably didn't know is that behind those smooth riffs and velvet vocals is a story. Not of instant fame, not of lucky breaks, but of quiet, relentless grit.
I did that last time I was here. I was amazed at how much there is to London. I thought I had seen London. Somehow you're in a place that is very, very special.
George Benson didn't just become a legend. He built it, one note, one night, one no at a time. This is not just the story of a man with a guitar. This is the story of how George Benson turned the noise of life into music that moved the world. Humble beginnings in Pittsburgh. George Benson was born on March 22, 1943, at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a city known for its steel mills, not its music scene. His early life wasn't glamorous. He didn't grow up in big studios or music academies. He grew up in the Hill District, a working-class neighborhood where people worked hard just to get by. His parents split when he was very young, and his mother raised him on her own. Money was tight, life was real. But even in those tough days,
and he plugged it in and I heard the most magnificent sound. First of all, it's a phenomenon. Wires going across the floor like this.
Young George found something that would change everything. Music. At just 7 years old, George made his first homemade guitar using strings and wires. That's how deep the love ran. Even when he didn't have the real thing, he made do with what he had. By age 8 at Pride, he was performing. And not just singing in his room, he was actually playing ukulele at a corner drugstore, earning a few coins and turning heads. People noticed. George? He was already cutting tracks like She Makes Me Mad. He had a natural stage presence, a confidence beyond his years. But it wasn't easy. Every opportunity had to be fought for. Every door opened was one he knocked on, over and over. In his teen years, he was already playing in nightclubs. Think about that. While most kids were going to school dances,
Okay, I don't know if I've ever seen an incredible guitar come out of Japan. He said, you're gonna love this one. I used to take my guitars to the guitar place and have it.
George was setting up in smoky jazz bars, playing backup, learning on the job, and absorbing the craft of music. Not from books, but from life. George learned rhythm, stage control, improvisation, all the stuff you can't teach in school. But what really made George stand out wasn't just his playing. It was his ability to play and sing at the same time. With both sounding like they were having a conversation. That's rare. That's genius. Breakthrough. Breezin' into the mainstream. George Benson's big break came in 1976 with the album Breezin'. The title track alone is enough to stop time. Smooth, effortless, bright. It was the first jazz album to go platinum. Let that sink in. A jazz album, not rock, not pop, went platinum. That's how powerful George's sound was. And then came This Masquerade, the haunting, soulful ballad that earned him a Grammy Award and catapulted him into the pop world, infusing every track with depth, warmth, and feeling. A career of firsts and forever. George Benson's career didn't peak in the 70s. That was just the beginning. He continued to release hits like Give Me the Night, Turn Your Love Around, Love X Love, and Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. Each song layered with the unmistakable groove of his guitar and voice. Sometimes tender, sometimes upbeat, always George. He racked up 10 Grammy Awards, dozens of nominations, and a legacy that's still influencing artists today. He played for presidents, sold out arenas, and collaborated with giants like Quincy Jones, Aretha Franklin, and Stevie Wonder. And he did it all while staying true to himself. What makes George Benson special? Let's get real for a second. There are lots of great guitarists out there, lots of great singers, but George Benson is both, at a level few have ever touched. He doesn't just play guitar solos. George never let the fame make him flashy. He stayed soft-spoken, humble, and focused. He never chased trends. He set his own tone. In a world of fast fame and loud voices, George Benson was proof that quiet confidence lasts longer than noise. Beyond the stage, family, faith, and legacy. Behind the music, George is a family man, a husband, a father. His Christian faith plays a huge role in his life. He's often spoken about how faith helped him stay grounded through fame, tours, and the industry's pressures. He didn't lose himself in the spotlight. He used the spotlight to shine light on good music, clean living, and emotional depth. He also became a mentor, encouraging young musicians to pursue their craft with excellence and passion. George isn't just a performer. He's a pillar in the world of music. Words that still resonate. There's a quote from George that sums it all up. Why his story still inspires. Today, in 2025, we live in a world obsessed with quick fame and viral trends. But George Benson's story reminds us of something deeper. That real greatness comes from real work. He didn't need controversy to be noticed. He let his guitar do the talking. And guess what? It still speaks. Today and beyond, George Benson is still performing, still recording, and still sounding just as soulful as ever. At over 80 years old, he proves that passion has no expiration date. Young artists still study his riffs. Fans still sway to his ballads. And people still press play when they need a moment of calm, class, or clarity. George Benson's music didn't just climb charts. It touched hearts. And that's what true greatness sounds like. So next time you hear that sweet, smooth solo drifting through a late-night drive or a rainy day playlist, stop and listen. You're not just hearing a guitar, you're hearing a life, a journey, a dream that refused to give up. That is George Benson. Inspired by George's story? Don't let your own music go unheard. Whatever your version of music is, keep playing, keep building, keep believing. Can you state like, share, and subscribe to my channel Music Lounge, and check out my playlists for more great videos. Until next time, keep discovering the stories behind the sound.